You would like them to put an unused rocket mode. I should look back into that to see if that's even, is that even on YouTube still? Splatoon 2 rocket mode. Oh, it's still here. Oh yeah, it's okay. We could actually still, like, that might be fun to do. I could do this with stream. There's unused 8-ball modes, unused rocket modes. We could look at this because why not? I think it'll be fun to do just because we're here and you know, we're talking about Splatoon 3 stuff. My opinion on it is that they probably use this for testing. And is that Dustin my mic? Yeah, it is. I haven't wiped it. Okay, you caught me. See, look. I haven't wiped it. Okay. Okay, guys. So for the first 5-10 minutes of the stream, we're going to look at 2 Splatoon 2 modes that have been put into Splatoon, but they was actually never actually, you know, put into the game. There's one mode that's called 8-ball mode, and there's another one called rocket game mode. So there's 2 of them, as you see. I mean, we could look at this one too, but I think it's just simpler if we just like look at these ourselves because they're here. But either way, so I haven't seen this personally. Well, I mean, I've seen it, but like I barely really remember it. So I figured why not? You know, we should check it out. All right, let's watch it from the beginning. So this is 8-ball mode. It was added into Splatoon to about, let's see what the date was, 2018 around June time, and you know, a few people have watched it because why not? All right. So it's literally just called 8-ball, and you push the ball. Now, I believe what this is from what I remember, it's basically like Rainmaker. It's sort of like Rainmaker. You have like the Clambits hump, and I assume that all you do is push the ball on the hump. I mean, the video basically tells you. It's a huge egg, yeah. It's kind of funny how they're using a salmon rung egg, right? It's kind of funny how they're using that, right? This is Splatoon 2. It's not Splatoon 3 content, but it's like, I assume this is something that they were testing. It acts like it's like a Rainmaker. This seems kind of easy, to be honest. I don't know how this would play. I'm gonna pause the video real quick. Like, actually, no, the video's almost over. Oh, okay. Right, interesting. So, just to talk a little bit more about that video, it's like, it seems kind of easy. I mean, maybe the map doesn't do it justice, but that kind of seems like really easy. This is like basically Rainmaker, but except with a ball. If it was a thing where we saw this in Splatoon 3, I highly doubt it. I mean, watching it back, I kind of have doubts, unless they like do something really special to it. So, you know, it kind of makes some sort of sense, you know? I don't know, they'll need to find a way to make it so the ball is not so easily pushed. Right, so that's 8-ball. Interesting to see, at the very least. If they were to ever bring that into Splatoon 3, I don't think they should make that as a ranked mode. Like, imagine if like they have like a playlist of like arcade modes where it's like, you know, just other game types that people can play that are unranked, or just make it as an unranked game type. That'd be cool, right? I think it would. It's just something that you could do. Imagine if it was in Splatoon 3. I think that would make sense. Inkzuka Deathmatch. I mean, they could do little things like that. Like an Inkzuka Deathmatch, or like something to do with a specials, like an Inkjet Battle War or something. They legit could do stuff like that if they wanted to, as like little arcade modes. If people wanted to play for more casual stuff. I think that would be cool to add in Splatoon. And, you know, it gives people an option to play, like a different way to play, and, you know, not different option to play. So if you're watching this, Nintendo, I think you should do arcade modes, in my opinion. Either way. Insta-gib charges with quick charge, yes! Imagine if it was like bamboo insta-gib and you just spawn around like in like a little area and then you just run around and shoot people. That would be kind of fun. We're gonna watch the rocket game type. Anyways, rocket mode. Here are the rules to rocket mode. Okay. There's a box in the middle. A rocket spawns in the middle of the stage. Since we don't have a model in the game yet, they use the wooden box as a placeholder. Okay. This is on old Reef. Shooting the vulnerable point of the rocket activates it. After a short time, it will launch into the sky towards the opponent's base. To the opponent's base? Okay, so you shoot it and then it launches. A rocket nozzle will drop when the rocket launches. The rocket nozzle can be picked up and used as a weapon. Nintendo is using the Stingray and the Rainmaker as temporary models for it. While holding it, your special weapon cannot be activated. The nozzle can be used to damage other players or launch the rocket again. I'm a little confused, but okay. I guess that's what it is. That sounds like Rainmaker, no? Isn't that just Rainmaker? Okay, so I guess you're holding the rocket. Oh. Okay. I understand this now. So it's like... So every single time you shoot the rocket, it launches to a further point of... I guess closer towards your enemy spawn. So every single time you have to shoot it for a little bit more, and then it goes a little bit further. So it's kind of like... It kind of reminds me of Conquest in Battlefield, except like there's one point and you have to kind of control and push the point further and further. Instead of like waiting to capture a point, you shoot it until it like launches and then it goes towards, you know, the enemy. I understand that. That's actually kind of cool. How the rocket is kind of shooting, kind of weird, not gonna lie. Maybe that's just because it's hacked, but... Yeah. However, delaying the rocket launch will cause it to land to a shorter distance than normal. You lose control to the rocket. Okay. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. So now it takes more damage, and I assume that it's going to shoot to a further point. Or I imagine it to shoot to a further point. So I assume it launches like... Okay. So it lands wherever... I mean, they know where it's gonna land, but... Eventually it lands. It takes a long time to land, Jesus. The closer the rocket... Okay. Yeah, the closer the rocket to the enemy spawn point, the lower your count will drop. Launching the rocket at 20 will result in a knockout. Okay. That makes sense. That does make sense. That's a cool mode, honestly. That's a really cool mode. I mean, I guess it could work as a ranked mode, not gonna lie. It really could. It's like, yeah, it's like a mixture of tower control, Rainmaker at the same time. Okay. That Stingray's so sus, not gonna lie. I really hope it's not. That mode's just updated, thanks. He lost the rocket. So I guess you have like a certain time period where you can shoot the rocket. But you still have the Okay, yeah, you have a certain time period to shoot the rocket. So I guess if you take too long to shoot the rocket when it's in its next position, it will basically launch, it'll basically respawn back in the middle. Okay. That makes sense to me. Oh, okay. I think it also depends on how much you shoot the rocket as well. So, like, if you don't shoot it as much, I guess, or, I don't know. That's, oh, ad! Can't get me. I'm too quick. Can't DMCA me. That's really cool. That's the Lost April mode and Rocket mode game type. It's really interesting. Like, I think that Rocket mode is actually kind of cool. If it was a thing that we saw these kinds of things in Splatoon 3. I could see the rocket mode more so being in a ranked mode instead of like the 8-ball one. I could see it. The 8-ball mode, I think that most likely shouldn't touch rank. From how it looks right now. These aren't made up game types. They were put into the game by the devs. Just so you guys know. I assume that they put them in the game for experimentation because there was no way they were gonna add another ranked mode. There's no way. Like, it just made no sense if they were gonna do that. So I think this is all just experimentation to see what they can do with it. But yeah, again, on the topic of like arcade modes, like as we said with the 8-ball one, they can definitely do like a playlist of arcade modes. So like idea that I said, like an inkjet mode where you snipe people out the sky, that was cool. I mean, if inkjet returns in Splatoon 3, Bamboozler Instagib or Charger Instagib, whatever, that'll be kind of cool. Or Squiffer Instagib. It would have to be like in a literally a little map, and it's just like you just do whatever you want. You'd have to probably change the environment of like the floor and the ink, so like people aren't like super prone to just staying in ink and not doing anything, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like arcade modes and like other game types in Splatoon 3, you know, this could be cool stuff that we could see. And yeah, I think that was an interesting watch. I hope you guys enjoyed.